get to where it is that I am going? Will I ever follow through with what I had planned? And I guess it's possible that I have been a bit distracted, and that directions for me are a lot less in demand. In demand. Or will I ever get to where I'm going? And if I do, will I know when I'm there? If the wind blew me in the right direction, yeah, would I even care? I would. Hi, my name is Gravity Groove. Welcome to Not Safe for Work Magic. Today is a magical day. Today is the day of cheap bot drafts. It's called Quick Draft now. All it really means is we play for lower prices, quite a bit lower prices. It's basically the $5 table. For those of you who have gambled, this is the $5 table, y'all. You win less, you lose less, and you're more incentivized to just literally take everywhere because it doesn't matter. So 5,000 gold instead of 10,000. Quite a bit less in terms of rewards, but again, quite a bit less at stake as well. So let's go for this one. Oh, we're trying out an overlay. I don't know how effective it is. I don't even know if you can see it. Let me take a look here. Oh, you can't see the overlay. All right, well, I'm going to have to fiddle with that at a different point. It's mainly so that I can see the deck list when I'm done, so I have an idea of what my outs are. I'm kind of bad at memorizing the contents of my deck. I think most people probably are. So we just take the rare here. I don't believe we have 4 Slither Wisps. I don't believe we have 4 Slither Wisps yet. I'm checking my little list here. I do not have any, so I'll take that. Boop. And no free rare for me here. So, were this a regular draft, we would look for removal as per usual. We don't see any. We see the opportunity to stay on color by taking a Duskfang Mentor, which is a pretty reasonable pick. The second best pick here is probably the Evolving Wilds. Porcuparrot has just never been a card that's impressed me. It's a 3/4 for 4 that really requires investment to be busted. I'm uncertain if other people have had good results with it. It just seems too easy to remove. And my matches lately have just been a slog of getting all of my shit blown up and losing horribly. So I'm not terribly sold on that. We'll take the thing that's in our color. This is the second Lord Dracus that we've seen so far, which makes me think maybe the algorithm undervalues the Lord Dracus. So maybe we should be taking it. I don't necessarily know what colors we're in for sure yet, but we could easily splash red. Well, potentially easily splash red. We haven't seen a single piece of removal here, which is telling me that the bot is probably coded to very, very highly respect removal, which is smart. Another flying creature or give flying to any creature seems decent. Essence Scatter also very powerful here. Pseudo removal. But it feels like we're definitely in blue and maybe in blue-black, splash red. I've never seen such a small amount of removal. This is going to make for weird games, huh? Maybe it's just this pack, but this is kind of strange. We had a Lord Dracus, but we haven't been offered any spell worth taking yet. Huh. Boot Nipper or Cavern Whisperer. This is technically card advantage. Keep Safe, a pretty decent spell here. I don't think we'll ever want another Cavern Whisperer, but here we go. Wow, these picks are really bad. Haven't seen a single piece of removal here. Ominous Seas and a Pyroceratops. Originally, when we saw this Lord Dracus, we were kind of thinking maybe we can go blue-red sort of churn, but I'm fairly uncertain about that now. Ominous Seas is one of those cards that's very good early, and I guess you can just cycle it late, right? None of these cards playable for us. Take the uncommon for the chest. So it is undervaluing some of the cycling cards, I see. Quite a bit, in fact. We're really just looking for any pieces of removal in upcoming packs, because we haven't seen a single piece. Blood Curdle is great, but unfortunately we're playing the you have to take the rare game, and we do not have 4 Oboshes yet. So Obosh is the pick. Now we have Deadweight or Space Godzilla. Another Cycler. Keyword big. Probably not running this Lord Dracus at the moment. The Deadweight's probably more important here. Blood Curdle. Nothing else needs to be said. Another Ominous Seas. A Fixing Land or a Deadweight. 2 Ominous Seas is pretty wacky, right? As much as I want more removal, 2 Ominous Seas seems like it would be fun to play with. And because this is a relatively cheap mode to play, I'm more excited to take chances and sort of build with cards I might normally not build. This potentially allows for a splash, should we get more red cards that are worthy of a splash. Nothing here particularly exciting. I think Gust of Wind might be playable. 2 less to cast if you control a flying creature. We control currently just 1. Jeesh. Flying creatures are certainly at a premium, aren't they? I'm pretty skeptical of the odd plan because I like Ominous Seas, so we're probably just playing this. Although odd creatures are going to be valued slightly more because of their synergy with Obosh. Gust of Wind, Parcel Beast, which we almost certainly can't fit in here. Fantastically powerful card, but you probably would want to splash red to try to get to cast Blood Curdle again. Yeah, I think we'll take Gust. Startling Development, a pretty decent trick for us. Frostlink's also pretty reasonable. What's our creature count at? 8? Probably just want the body in that case. Footfall Crater just to find Cycler. None of this other stuff particularly good. Space Godzilla Wield, that's pretty cool for us. Facet Reader also totally reasonable, but I would like the higher upside card here. Hopefully we do find another Facet Reader, because our 2-drop slot right now is kind of garbage. Convolute or Phase Dolphin. I'd rather have a Gloom Pangolin for a defense creature, honestly. Okay, so the computer does not value Cavern Whisperer at all. This is certainly too many Cavern Whisperers. Hey, there's a Gloom. Yeah, when you have a slow deck like what we're looking at, you're going to want defensive creatures like this. So Death's Oasis. We're going to take Death's Oasis and add it to the list here. And add that Obosh we picked up as well for our bookkeeping here. 3 Oboshes and Death's Oasis. We now have 2. Cool. And Dire Tactics, very powerful. Ivy Elemental, meh. Deadweight, Fire Prophecy. We've got 1 red source. Fire Prophecy is very powerful. We could just take the Deadweight. Could just take the Deadweight. I'm going to take the Fire Prophecy here. I don't honestly know if it's correct. It doesn't seem correct, does it? We need to get what? 1 Farfinder or 1 Evolving Wilds to make the Fire Prophecy a decent card. But is it worth the inconsistency? Probably not. Probably not. We're probably not even going to end up splashing this Lord Dracus. Momentum Rumbler, pretty reasonable. Blood Curdle, though, totally nutty. Again, that makes me 2 Blood Curdles, makes me want to splash the Lord Dracus. That's annoying. The infiniteth, the millionth Cavern Whisperer. Yeesh, this is a bad one, huh? There's like nothing here. Baby Godzilla, Mutual Destruction, Lurking, another Gloom Pangolin. How many mutate cards do we have? I know we have several Cavern Whisperers. 3, 4, 4? Just a 1/3 for 2. It's a reasonable blocker. Sifting is probably okay. Lurking Deadeye, pretty reliably good. Yeah, our 2s and our 4s are very low for drops here. 2s and 4s. I want to prioritize 2s and 4s. Okay. I'll try the Baby Godzilla. It's a pretty late Flame Spill. Probably not going to be able to run it, but none of these other cards look particularly good to me. Another Link seems fine. First durable Coil Bug seems good. Unbreakable Bond gets us back potential Obosh or Void Beckoner, or Cavern Whisperer, all fairly sizable threats. Bushmeat Poacher also decent. I think we take this, and that makes our red splash a little more reasonable. Hey, we got a reader in the end. Very cool. Another Gloom, we might run that. Very late Keep Safe. Okay, this is decent here. Nothing exciting, obviously, but seems like we might have a deck here. We are going to be cycling through a lot of cards, ideally. I think we only need one mountain there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 creatures. So virtual 16 with Unbreakable Bond. 16 land with as many cyclers as we have seems fairly reasonable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 cyclers. I like Keep Safe. Cut one of these Gloom Pangolins. Maybe cut the Ambush. Gives us, I believe, 8 cyclers. Maybe we don't want the Bond. We have 4 really good targets. If we got back Lord Dracus, that doesn't really work. Yeah, I'm not totally sold on the Bond. That might be wrong, but maybe we cut Keep Safe too. We don't have a ton of creatures. I guess it protects any permanent, so it could in theory protect an Ominous Seas. I guess Ominous Seas are sort of creatures. Let's look at our curve again. I mean, it looks pretty reasonable. You want most of your drops to be 3s. Yeah, I mean, we only have 3 mutators. Maybe this is not what we want to be in. Hmm. 16 land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cyclers? Maybe we cut the Slitherwisp. It doesn't really do much. I don't think we have any other flash creatures. Like, if we ended up with a bunch of Blitz Leeches, I think that would be good. Slitherwisp, yeah. Doesn't seem very good, huh? We cut that, and do we want to try to run the Flame Spill? We have 1, 2... Yeah, it's probably not a good idea. We didn't end up with a searching sort of effect. We could just run another cycling card. Or Gloom Pangolin. Curve looks pretty reasonable. I'm fine with just running another cycling card here. Alright, let's give it a shot.
Take your marks. Set.
At the very least, we got 3 rares, so we got our we got 3 packs basically worth of rare value, and I believe you're guaranteed a pack in this mode, whether you get any wins or not. So seems okay. Potential scatter on 2. Pretty ideal turn 2 for us there. Puts him on the clock. Being how these mutate decks work, we're gonna just hold up Essence Scatter here. That was almost certainly bait, but we can't really just waste the turn. Have to hope we get one of our blood curdles to be able to take down whatever giant thing this is going to build into. Shit. Oh, he super should have mutated that. He super duper should have mutated that, right? So we just hold up the Death Touch, I guess? The Death Touch cycle? Maybe we should be running the Unbreakable Bond so we can Death Touch cycle this and then recur it. guess he's just going to mutate something onto the Armored Killer now. Yeah. Well, this is a bad matchup. His rare just invalidates our whole deck. Yep. Yep. His rare just invalidates our whole deck. Pretty convenient for him. Pretty typical for this show. We have a good deck. Could have had a good game. But, of course, he has the one card that breaks our entire deck to nothing. Uh-huh. Probably just saving the Death Touch cycle here. What a disappointment. Turn 2 Ominous Seas. Our opponent has turn 3 Gemrazor. What's their splash color? No splash color. Okay. Sure. So he gets 2 free things now? Jesus fucking Christ. That's totally reasonable. Wow. Sure. And that does actual factual nothing. But par for the course for this show. Absolutely would have won that game if not for the Gemrazor. Pretty reasonable brew, but none of our rares were playable. Mutate decks are pretty much an auto fail if you don't have removal in your hand. Let's hope we play something a little smaller. We got 3 black, but we have 2 cyclers, so I think that's okay. Oh yeah? You know, I'm going to season 2 again. Let's see how this goes wrong. Ugh. Shredded sails. So we got Scatter for anything big here. Cavern Whisperer next turn. Maybe we should put the combo loop back in the deck, huh? Feels like it would be nice to have a way to counter counter Zenith Sun. Okay. You're just gonna gain all the life? Play something, get countered, shall we? Maybe he just has pacifism or something. Flame spill. Okay. Sure. Okay, we've got keep safe. You must have multiple Zenith Suns. We've lost like this before in Limited. Our opponent somehow had 2 Zenith Suns and just every cycling card in the universe. And they Zenith Sunned us for 16. It sucked. It sucked a lot. Well, what do we want to do here? Just bounce this, draw a card, have keep safe still up. Probably better to keep Blood Curdle and keep safe up. Oh, we have Nominous Seas as well. Yeah, I mean, we still could just get Zenith Sun out of this game, couldn't we? That works. That was a little more reasonable than having our opponent just beat us because they had a lucky rare. The perfect rare. We also saw 2 of our Blood Curdles that game, which was a lot better. So I think getting you 3 wins here guarantees you 300 gems and a pack. So you're paying 5,000 gold, which is equivalent to 750 gems. I would say 4 wins is closer to the definitive break-even point. 3 wins, assuming you got at least 3 rares and 1 pack, probably close enough. I mean, that's roughly 600 gems worth of rares and a pack. I guess 3 wins technically counts. And there is always the small chance that you get 2 packs. The bigger point here is that we can play with all the gold we've been saving up, and we can be a little more loose and goof around a bit more because it's not quite so expensive. Because the problem with limited, which I love limited, is that it's absolutely 100% gambling. And if you don't agree, you're a fucking idiot. You should get out of this. Get out of this channel. Don't watch me. You're too stupid to live. It's gambling 100%. It's playing poker. It's playing blackjack at the casino. It's the same fucking exact thing. It has that same addictive quality too, because sometimes you can do really well. As you saw on this channel, we've had some seven win runs, which felt great. But I also had a 1-3 off screen where I just got bodied by everything. Like my opponent had double primal empathy on turn 3. Okay, cool. My opponent had double Zenith Sun that game and hit me for 16 in the mid game, just one after another, like 8 mana double Zenith Sun game. My opponent had just 8 removal spells over the first 15 cards, and I was just sitting there doing fucking nothing until they murdered me. It sucked. It sucked a lot. And I basically had 3 non-games in a row. And you pay for it. Like, I paid money for that experience of having 3 non-games in a row. And you want to get back in there and try to, reverse your fortune, as it were. Try to undo that shit streak you just had, because variance is a thing in this game. And then you're even, slightly tilted, and it's just that much harder. Well, we have a little bit too much land here. Only 10 land left in our whole deck. Only 9 land left in our whole deck. I have 29 cards left, by the way. 29. Seven land in our first 11 cards is not good. Not good at all. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I mean, that's one positive thing, right? If we got lower Dracus, we could get back Gust of Wind. I'd rather be getting back a Blood Curdle. We're gonna hold on to this for a little while. Hope we don't get like memory leaked. Sweet. This is not the target for Blood Curdle, however. We'll just hold up Blood Curdle and plan to burn that this turn. He's got a lot of mana. He's going to be dropping something big and crazy. And he's a 4-color deck? Ooh, Bonder Enclave too. Red, green, black, blue. Yeah, he's a 4-color deck. Is he just not going to cast anything? He's just not going to cast anything. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can Frost Links and still hold up Blood Curdle. Block and burn it. Sure, sure. Can't believe the only damage I've dealt this game is with coiling, durable coil bug. I don't know what our opponent's really doing over there. Very confused. Pouncing Shore Shark. Okay. particularly worried about that. If we get another mana, we'll have 8, which would be enough to play this, mutate, and play this. Could also, of course, just play the Space Godzilla. Even more mana. Well, that's unfortunate. Although we did force him to waste a removal spell. So that's kind of cool. We did make him blow a flame spill on nothing. Yeah, I think I want to put Unbreakable back in here, huh? I haven't found any of our Ominous Seas, which kind of sucks. There's another Blood Curdle, which is great. He's going to start drawing free cards, which also sucks for us. Yep. Yep, nothing I can do about that. Once again, that's the rare problem, right? We have no rares, and our opponents do. So we've got the option to Death Touch block should we get attacked with something like a Lava Serpent. We also, of course, have Blood Curdle. Looks like we're going to be doing nothing for a little while. This seems like a good threat, right? We put this out, we still have our Death Touch cycle, and we'll have... oh, that's Lifelink. Getting my counters confused. We put the Lifelink counter on this, threaten to pump and get through. Wow. Well, you're certainly getting beat up by the 4-color deck right now. They're very greedy, and they're getting paid off. Lifelink, okay. Fuck. Well, now we lose. Now we just lose. We lost our pocket card. We have no outs. We've got 2 Ominous Seas left on the deck and not enough time to draw the cards. We need to activate them. Yep. Yep. He just had fucking everything. Boy, are we keeping that unlucky streak alive. I don't think there's any draws here I have that matter now. Just too far behind. Oh, we are really doing bad today. I don't entirely know why. Just the unluck of the draw, I suppose. Well, that's going to be huge. And trample. Yeah, just drew these too late. Yeah, we're done here. Good greed, opponent. I have to remember that for next time. I guess we'll try to be greedy too. What do we cut here? This has been pretty disappointing. One 3, not exactly the performance we were hoping for, but you're watching the same games I am. If you're seeing misplays, please let me know what they are, because it feels like we're just drawing bad and dying. Speaking of drawing bad and dying, there's supposed to be an algorithm here that gives you the better of 2 possible hands. So we get a 1-lander or a no-lander, I suppose is what we were offered. Huh. Well, turn 2 Seas is potentially our best draw, although they have Garuda as the companion somehow, and they've lost twice. So we're already dead, essentially. Their Garuda has to miss terribly for them to lose. Pretty unlikely. And they're 4 colors. Okay, we're drafting wrong, apparently, because everyone we're playing against is just playing every color. Yep. Okay. If we hit a land, we can Obosh. That'd be cool. Every color. Yeah, literally every color. Like, what the fuck? Okay. Blood Curdle Obosh, I assume. Oh, easy prey. Yep. And back to losing. Got the flame spill that we cannot cast. Because we are not lucky. This guy is, though. Probably cast Gyruda and immediately get our Void back in her. Meanwhile, we can't get anything. He has enough to Gyruda. I don't know why he didn't cast it. Nothing from me. Oh, he missed. Still no Blood Curdle or Red Source. That was a mistake. We should have made the critter first. Given it lifelink, that was dumb. Just had it coded in my brain. I want to wait and see if they swing into it. But that was dumb. That was just totally incorrect play. Let's see here. We deadweight the Liger, making it 1. He can still team block here. If we deadweight 1, he just team blocks with the other. Could mutate this onto this and give it Menace. Does not solve the problem. Problem is, our opponent still has a ton of cards in hand. We do not have good attacks or blocks. I think we swing this in anyway. And then dead weight, whatever survives. We can make more of these after all. Sure. Or we get tricked. Yep. Well, that was going to get us either way, wasn't it? Sure, more enormous creatures. Meanwhile, we can't find a blood curdle. Yep. Or a red source. Yep. Just got an answer for literal everything. Why not? Well, off to a great start today, aren't we? 1-3 in cheap draft. That was about as poor as that could possibly go. We did not get a bonus pack. We did not get our money back. There was not a lot I could have done differently in that scenario. We drew exceedingly poorly. We had 2 blood curdles that we saw maybe 3 times in 4 games. Yeah, not a heck of a lot to say about that. Our opponents had better cards. They had playable rares. We did not. And again, remember, Magic is gambling. And if you're going to gamble, try to use the in-game currency. Make it as cheap. Make it as cheap as possible. And try to have fun with it that way. But when you start spending real money on this game, it's just as problematic as being a gambling addict and going to a casino. And that's bad. It's bad, kids. Don't do that. Don't let your life spiral around the drain of spending all your money on stupid Magic cards. Wizards doesn't deserve your money. They don't care about you. They design formats that suck balls. Normally, draft is great. We just got really unlucky today. Perhaps tomorrow we will have better luck. Thanks for watching. This has been Gravity Groove for Not Safe for Work Magic, and I will see you later.